What's up, Kengan fans? It's time for another live reaction for Kengan Omega, Chapter 281, entitled The Rematch of Destiny. A bit of a cliche, a bit of a cheesy title. However, this, I believe, is the first actual rematch we get in the series. Now, unless you want to count things that happened in flashbacks, you know, like Galmukaku technically fighting Shen a couple of times. If you want to count Setsuna versus Oma back in, you know, when they were in the inside and stuff. Sure, fine, dandy, you can count that. But as far as official bang-on tournament matches, I believe this is the first rematch we've ever had. So, I know a lot of people still very salty about the way Roland and Agito went. Though I agree with anybody saying the fight should have been longer, 100% no problem with that, but I still enjoyed the fight, still think it was a great fight, and the way it ended was really cool. So that is still my opinion after the recency bias, but it is Wednesday, and time to see. Rematch of Destiny. I'm curious, are we really just going to jump right into the match right away? Because the first page here, immediately, we're seeing all the contestants in this, like, Matrix sort of thing. Obviously, I have the chapter open for my live reaction. And I'm thinking, it's titled Rematch of Destiny. Like, I was hoping to jump back towards Shen and Oma and Kuroki and their conversation for a little bit. I was also hoping to maybe have, like, a pre-fight conversation between either Agito and Gowlang themselves, or maybe them off on their own conversations with people there. You know, I was hoping for a little more build-up to this, but let's wait and judge when we actually read the chapter here. So, 8 elites. Not exactly, but 8 elites from across different promotions have gathered here today. Chapter 281, Rematch of Destiny. And then, this would, okay, they're doing the anime vibe, like, zoom, 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 zoom. You've seen this, you've seen that. Digimon, digital monsters, we're entering hyperspace. Nope, the digital world. No, we are entering the final round. And now only 2 remain. Gowlang and Kano Agito. Let's go. They versus... Alright, we're building the hype. First, we have to go back 5 years. Okay, alright, if we're going to build this up, this chapter, I'm okay with that. If we're actually going to explain what a big deal this is. First, we have to go back 5 years. I told everyone seems to forget that there has been multiple time skips since Ashura. There has been multiple time skips within Omega, and people always seem to forget the smaller ones, like after Erio's funeral and shit. They tend to forget the small ones. It has officially been 5 years. I knew I was right about that. So many people told me it's only been 3.5. That's the one thrown around. I'm like, no, it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years, and I knew my math was right. Okay, so first we have to go back. Actually, I think I said 4.5, so even my math was wrong. Anyways, point is, yeah. First, we have to go back 5 years to the Kengan Annihilation Tournament held on Genryu Island. These 2 fighters met in the second round. Oh, look at that. Them exchanging blows. Pow, 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 when Agito was crazed. Met in the second round. And the winner was the then reigning champion of the Kengan Association, Kano Agito. Gowlang injured his right fist in this match. An injury that some said would be career-ending. I remember that. I remember that was a big deal because they were fighting, what was his name? The dude with the scimitar. So Long Min? I think it was his name, Long Min. Is that somebody else? Anyways, the dude that, you know, Cosmo was getting in the zone for and starting to understand pre-initiative, and Gowlang was like, shit, I can't get close. I could kick this guy's ass, and I do believe he could, but he's got the damaged fist, and he doesn't want to risk it sort of idea. And yeah, I remember all that stuff, that in Ashura, they were like, he might never be able to punch hard again, and Sao Pang was rejuvenated by the fact that Gowlang hadn't give up just because everyone's like, oh, you shattered the you're a boxer. Your fist is ruined. You can't fight anymore. And he's like, absolutely fucking not. Let's go. You know, so I was like, all right, yeah, but I do remember that stuff. An injury that would be career-ending. And there he is. Boom. With the robe on and everything. Boom, let's go. But the Warrior returned stronger than ever. I think this panel could be better. I know he's walking up, but, like, remember the demon aura with Gao Lang the first time? Remember that demon-ass aura he had? And they even gave it a little bit to Arashiyama versus Kano earlier, so I know that Daro can pull it off. Like, let's see Gao Lang have that same amount of love. Like, this ain't a bad shot, but knowing what level of, like, black flame aura, you know, I want to see that again, you know? So I'm a little disappointed in this being his entrance shot, but the Warrior returned stronger than ever. He's risen like a phoenix from the ashes. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Gao Lang Wan Swat. Alright, alright. This panel's a little better. This next panel, the Thigh God of War. And looking at those thighs, he's the Thigh God of War, too. Gao Lang Wan Swat. Alright, let's go. Alright, and Carlos. Alright, so we're not actually going to have... I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like we're rushing into this fight too quickly. I wanted a chapter break. I really did. Though there's so many meatheads reading this shit that they're going to be like, where's the action? So, I don't know. But, yeah, no. I think that it's being paced too quickly. I think this needed more build-up, but, okay. Carlos says, I'm counting on you, champ. You're the hope of all boxers. I mean, he kind of is. Like, in public, as well as underground. So, and Hatsumi, I admit it. Gao Lang's strong, but Kano's still gonna win. Okay, so Carlos is hoping, but Hatsumi has fought. Hatsumi and Gao Lang never fought, though. So, and once again, are we doing the ABC triangle shit? You know, so let's see what Yamagohan has to say. Kano is an all-rounder who's capable of dealing with any situation. So in that sense, a specialist like Gao Lang might stand a better chance than a fellow all-rounder. At least I think so. I mean, looking at what just happened with Roland, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense, right? So, yeah. Yeah, no, because we know that Agito, last time they faced, he lost in the Battle of Boxers. He can't challenge Gao Lang to boxing. He can, but Gao Lang is a superior striker. He's a better striker. He is the world's best striker. He's better than Kano at that. And that's just basically a fact at this point. So, as a result, I know what Yamagohan's trying to say is that, yeah, an all-rounder, that's great and all, but the specialty that Gao Lang has might be enough to overcome Kano. And I can see that. So not even you can say that definitively? Oh, okay. So Kaede is just like, even Yamagohan doesn't really know who's up for the match. But then again, has he really this whole tournament? He's always been like, whoa, hype. So let's see. The rematch of destiny is ticking closer and closer by the second. Here's Agito. Looking like perfectly... Okay, there's a few scuffs on his face, but he looks perfectly fine and ready to go. And now Kano Agito has entered the arena. Oh yeah, looking at him, he's completely composed. I think we had, like, obviously they didn't just jump right into this because his hair's slicked back. He's calm. I assume that the match, you know, took an intermission, 30 minutes at least, you know, something like that, because he's still banged up, but he's basically in top form. I'm sorry, he's in pretty good form right now. Maybe not top form. That's a little bit of a stretch. But he's not as weakened as I think people expected him to be. The fifth Fang of Metsudo, it's his epithet, Kano Agito. The man was once called the Emperor of the Kengan matches, but you can't say he hasn't had to walk a rocky road. He was defeated by Kuroki Gensai in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament semifinals. Then he suffered his second loss against Arashiyama Jirota. Which, once again, that one bothers me. That one still bothers me. Like, Kano was down for all of less than 2 seconds, and they called the match. That wouldn't have happened in the Annihilation Tournament. So, But anyways, because Kano got right back up. He wasn't even knocked out. So let's see. The Emperor must not be defeated. The champion must not lose. So now, he's seeking to reclaim his position at the top. Oh, and the audience is erupting in the good old Fang chant. Fang, 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 Fang. Let's see. Lou, how come they're chanting Fang? Kano's not the Fang anymore. You know, not a bad question. However, unlike Adam Dudley, whose title, you know, the Emperor and stuff, and other people who are named like King, his epithet has always been the Fifth Fang. He didn't change that. He still retains his epithet and his title as the Fifth Fang of Matsudo. There might have been Fangs after him, but they're not the fifth. He's still a Fang. He's just not the current Fang. So, once again, he never changed his epithet. He's not the Emperor of the Kengan matches. He's not the champion. He's not the king. He's the Fifth Fang, which carries just as much weight as those other titles. So, in that regard, I think that he won the hearts of the people. His tenure as the Fang was a long one, long enough to be the one in noted history, and they went through a slew of Fangs after him that just didn't really reach that level of hype. So I think he will always be the Fang in that regard. He's the most recognizable as the Fang. Though there have been Fangs before him and Fangs after him, he embodies what it is to be the Fang of Matsudo. So, and Nitoku said, that's an excellent observation, Mr. Liu. Alright. The only other Fang of Matsudo, past or present, who was called the Fang during his tenure was Mr. Kano's predecessor, Omori, the fourth Fang of Matsudo. Okay. Maybe bad translation, maybe I'm misreading this, but the only other Fang of Matsudo who was called the Fang during his tenure was the fourth Fang. But no, they've all been called the Fang. Hence, fourth Fang, fifth Fang. The only one to ever be called the Fang is the fourth one. So 1 through 3 were called the Tooth, and then we changed the title. You know, we rewrote the history books. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, okay, I think he's trying to say something smart, and I don't think it's coming across correctly. Okay, so anyways, we get the fourth Fang, who is awesome. I think he's the strongest living Fang that's not Kano. I think that he's, I think the fourth Fang is still stronger than 6, 7, and 8 myself, but that's just me. Although I admit I don't know who the Fangs before him were. Neither do we. We don't know who the second and third Fang were. So yeah, we have Takayama, we have, what do people call him, the monkey, Yumigahama, and then we have Misasa, of course, as the current 8th Fang. Let's see. That just goes to show how impactful Kano's tenure as the Fang was. That's why many spectators still call him the Fang. Okay, I don't get this. Obviously, maybe my brain's just not working. I've had a long work week, so maybe my brain's just not up to snuff, but this makes no fucking sense. Okay? Maybe he's saying something insightful. I don't really get it. They've all been called the number of Fang of Matsudo. They've all been called that, and they are referred to as the Fang. The Fang of the current Fang of Matsudo. They've all been referred to as the Fang of Matsudo. If he's referring literally to Fang, that's just a cheer. They cheer, Fang, 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 because Here we go. 5th Fang of Matsudo. Here we go. 5th Fang of Matsudo. No, nobody's doing that, you know. They shortened Montreal Canadiens to literally Habs. They shortened the Toronto Maple Leafs to the Leafs. You know what I mean? You shorten things when you are in a arena and cheer. You abbreviate things. I'm not understanding this conversation whatsoever, but as I said, I'm tired. Maybe that's the case. Alright, so moving on. Still writing your novel? I've just got the idea for a masterpiece. I'll call it The Brain's Nightmare. Wait. Isn't he... He's in a Chinese... I knew I wasn't crazy. I was like, at first like, oh, did they not color in the shirt? But Lou's wearing a sweater at the top of this page, and then at the bottom of the page, he's wearing a Chinese, like one of those Chinese, I don't want to call it a dress shirt, but you know what I mean? It's like a fancier shirt with the Chinese... What? And it's white. It's totally different. Oh, okay. Alright, that's fun. Anyways, yeah, so that whole page just confused the fuck out of me. Anyways, moving on. There we go. Oh, alright, I like this shot. This sort of bird's eye, sort of semi-bird's eye view shot of Gao Lang and Kana just staring each other down like crazy. It's the face-off. They're staring each other down. I actually wish the dialogue bubble wasn't here. I think just this shot, without any commentary, would have hit harder, in my opinion. So this chapter so far it's a little fast-paced. That one page with Lou and Nitoku didn't make much sense to me. It was just there for the sake of being there and didn't explain anything. Yeah, okay, so the chapter, honestly, a little weak so far, a little weak. And we have Yan here. The finals are starting now. What the hell's taking you so long, Shen Wulong? Oh, Jesus, so Yan still thinks he's going to show up. That's kind of funny. Then again, it's a good thing I came to see this. Okay, there's Roland, who's recovered, of course, Julius, Justin. Those who learned about the connector are overcoming their limitations. Those who fought these transcenders are scaling that very same wall in turn. I mean, and I actually like that aspect. I've said this before when we were talking, when they did the, like, there was like 4 explanations Yang gave, like 4 examples to explain that, yeah, these guys hit a ceiling not knowing that there was a sky above it, you know what I mean? And now that they are aware of it, their original ceiling has all but shattered. The top tier's ceiling is just eliminated overnight to them. And now they know there's nothing they can't do. There are heights that they didn't even dream of. And now that they know they're there, of course they're going to exponentially grow, not linear. Which is a problem with a lot of people who read this shit because they're power scalers or meatheads and stuff. But they're not even very good at being power scalers because they don't understand the idea of if it's not linear growth, it's bad writing. No. Exponential growth is very valid in this case scenario. It's absolutely valid for the top tier because we didn't just elevate, you know, Himuru and Kanade and guys like that and Sao Pang. We didn't automatically make them S tier overnight. We took guys who are already the masters, the top of their game, who didn't, they were the Michael Jordans and the Tom Bradys and the Pelés and the Wayne Gretzkys. There was no way to get better. They were the best, like no one ever was, Ash Ketchum style, and all of a sudden they were told, the world is far bigger than that. You are not the best, and there's a lot of room to grow. Not a little bit of room. There's a lot of room to grow. Of course you're going to get exponential growth. You're not going to get linear growth from an S tier character. Isn't going to grow at a linear pace anymore. That's not going to happen. So it makes absolutely good sense to me. And now we're seeing this here. Yeah, these transcenders, you know, in turn, are going to inspire the next. And I must assume that some of those that the Connector defeated once already, the 6th and the 8th Fang, are scaling this wall as well. As are those who have received personal coaching from the Connector. Of course, we pretend that Ryuki and Koga still matter when our main character, Oma, is here, who is definitely improving. We know that. He's training with Kuroki Gensai, for God's sakes. And they're still cheering Fang, Fang, Fang. Oh, someone came up behind him. That son of a bitch has no idea what he's doing. What the hell is he thinking, handing out power-ups to the enemy? Well, That's his whole goal. Does Yan never literally asked him, what is your end desire? Like, does he not know it? I want a great fight. That's what he wants. Why wouldn't he do this? Ah, it's Rama. It's the king. Rama the 13th. Oh, did I just see? Come now. Loosen thy shoulders. Shall we watch this match together? Head of the worm. Once again, he has all shit disguise. But Rama, I've always liked Rama, and this was a power move. This was a power play. Let's go. Just casually name dropping this shit. Let's go. Okay, that's the best moment of the chapter. I'm saying it right now. So far, that's the best moment of the chapter. Okay, so let's see. And I retract my previous statement. I'll be back in about 7 minutes or less, and then we'll get back to the reaction. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, that'll be fine. Like, comment, subscribe. You know. God damn, Sheena. Okay, Daro. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I don't disapprove. I just see what you're doing. Okay, so the finals will be refereed by Shina Alisa. She'll be witnessing the bout of the century up close and personal. I want a fair fight from both of you. Gao Lang, Kano. Let's go. I trust that you're ready. Ready when you are. I'm always ready. Right. See, I do wish they had some words passed between them. We already had that at the end of round 1, so I suppose it works, you know, when Gao Lang defeated Jiroda. I suppose it's still there, but this is happening a little too quickly for me. I wanted a little more build-up, a little more aura, and I really wanted to jump back to the campfire first. But anyways, so the chapter's sort of missing me a little bit. You know, it's not a bad chapter. It's just not. It's not pulling me in quite yet. You know, this match is supposed to be the rematch of Destiny. It's going to be great and stuff. And I feel like we're going too quickly. Like, no. Let's take a breather. We're finally going to get this match up. You know, maybe that's just me, but we'll see. Neither of them can afford to lose. We're literally going to start the fight. We are starting the fight in this chapter. One chapter after Agito. This is too quick. I'm sorry, we needed a 1 chapter transition, bare minimum. This is happening too fast, in my opinion. Take your stance. Neither of them can afford to lose. Who will be crowned the champion? Kano or Gao Lang? And fight. What am I fighting for, Sheena? Because Habada. Is that true? Alright, so let's see. Let's move on to the... Oh, alright, we're starting the fight. And boom. Okay, starting off, Gao Lang is being rushed by Kano by the looks of it. And Kano's fist. Boom. Alright, what... Whoa. Hard to tell, but it looks like Gao Lang got nicked in the side of the face as he's trying to counterattack here. Does that throw Gao Lang off immediately, or was that intentional? Let's see. And foam. Oh no, the fist is still coming. But just like with Agito, who sort of turned or whatever and managed to dodge it or just get nicked, he went into formless. So now he's formless. Alright, he's using formless to start. And then Gao Lang rushes. Here I come, Kano. And we start with the flash. I don't know why we're doing a faraway flash. Like, this is I mean, we know Agito's backing away. He's clearly not going to be hit by this. But the fact that we're starting this off with such a faraway shot of the flash, kind of lackluster, honestly. And then, okay, this is a little better. Boom. Agito pivots and gets a low shoulder tackle into Gao Lang's midsection as he's starting to try to flash. So he's caught him. Gao Lang lost his balance. Okay, but Gao Lang doesn't seem like shocked. He's like, alright. Now Agito, gritting his teeth, is going to go for what? Kano Agito lands the first blow, and it looks like it's right to his face. Now, Gao Lang's fists are both there in the defensive position. Are you telling me at no point he was able to do this? I don't know. He landed the first blow. End of chapter. Okay. So, honestly, alright. So, I know a lot of people probably disappointed by the last chapter and the way that fight ended. I'm way more disappointed by this chapter. We're not having enough build up. There's not enough hyped aura, and we've already started the fight all in one chapter. No build up, no transition, pacing at a mile, and now we're into this. I do sort of feel right now that Sandro just wants to get this tournament over with, but he should be taking his time. This is the last fight. The tournament's over once he ends this fight. Give us 6 chapters of this, man. This is Gao Lang, the only rematch you've ever done. It holds weight. It holds its weight in water. Let's go. Or, as they say, worth their weight in gold. But I always like the water thing. It's like everything weighs, it's that whole, does 1,000 tons of feather weigh the same as 1,000? Yes, the answer is, if it's a ton, it's a ton. A ton is the unit of measurement. It's how much it weighs. You know, I'm, 154 pounds or 149 pounds, whatever I am, right? I weigh 149. If you grab something that weighs 149, we're going to weigh the same. So, anyways, point is that, yeah. I'm disappointed by the chapter. It's not terrible. And, I mean, we got drooling levels of fan service, which is always fun, but the pacing was very off and sort of threw me. You think Gao Lang's off balance? I'm a little tilted to the side right now. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I hope they're not rushing this. What I'm hoping is Sandro just wanted to get to this fight. He started the fight, and now, slow down. Okay? Hopefully. But I've wasted enough of your guys' time. This is a long reaction. I don't know why it's so long. I don't feel like it's been that long, but anyways. Alright, but that's it for me, guys. Chapter 281, not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Not terrible, but there was more to do before we got to this point. So, but anyways, it is what it is. Kengan disappoints a lot of people on a weekly basis. At least I'm still having fun most of the time with it. So, anyways, that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys back here next time. 282. Let's hope 282 is much better than 281. Let's just hope. Okay? So, that's it for me. Sayonara, everybody.